everyone, this is Overcast Diary TV. And guys, before I begin, Billy Kala, please like, subscribe, share, comment if you feel like it. If you guys gonna comment, please keep it clean in these comment streets, honey, because I'm still new here and I'm still trying to keep running my mouth. I think I said subscribe right, and I definitely think I said like. So let us begin. So guys, if you guys have not seen, but I'm sure you've seen, the YouTube streets have been, have been entertaining a little bit. They've been ratchet, like what do we expect? It is the YouTube streets, honey. And I am talking about Funky Dineva responding back to Armon Wiggins, because Funky Dineva was on Carlos King's couch, I would say. And they were just chit chatting, and he was talking about what Funky's been up to, and the whole Amon and Foxhole situation. And this is basically Funky Dineva responding to what Amon said, because Amon went on for an hour. I watched all of it. I kind of felt sorry for Amon at the end. At the end of it, I kind of went away thinking, oh, maybe I understand Amon, but maybe not. But anyways, Amon was just responding to Funky Dineva, and Funky Dineva did not say anything, salacious on the Carlos King. He kept it very monotone. He kept it very, matter of fact. And he was just, trying to give Amon advice, and said, and he spoke on how Amon got into the situation, and he said he vouched for Amon, but he also alluded to, he knew that Amon, is a ticking time bomb in this clip that I'm about to post of Funky Dineva, aka Quentin. And like I said, he did not say anything wrong. And he came back, and he said that friends send him clips because he doesn't really like to sit down and listen to people berate him, stomp him down, and pull his edges out. So he basically just said that he listened to the clips, and he was right in what he said. And Amon, and he said he sees himself in Amon. And I kind of thought that too, because I was like, for Funky Dineva to give Amon advice like that and say he was trying to prevent him from doing what he did, I thought it was kind of sweet. But however, people say Armon Wiggins is gonna Armon Wiggins, and that's what he did. And yeah, so this is basically Funky Dineva saying he's not gonna address it, and him just doubling down in what he said. And honestly, Funky did not say anything ratchet or anything nasty about Amon. He was just saying what he said before, and he was just saying that he sees some potential in Amon, but Amon needs to grow up. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna let Funky Dineva say it in his words, honey, and let me not put words in his mouth, honey, because people out here love to sue, honey, and I don't have it. Like Tasha said, I do not hike it on. Like, the only thing you're gonna get from me is maybe my summer flip flops and a summer dress, because I don't have it. Okay, guys, so please like and subscribe, comment if you feel like it, share if you feel like it, but definitely comment, definitely hit the thumbs up, and definitely subscribe. So anyway, guys, this lives on Records Diary TV. Please like and subscribe, and every new content creator who's not content creator, but somebody's trying their mouth on these YouTube streets.
I was in here, so caption. I'm about to address the Armand situation. Okay. I was in here in the bathroom, getting ready for the show. And this is not finna be what y'all think, actually. And I just thought about it. You know what I'm saying? I just thought about it, and I thought, what is the correct way to, respond to all of this without creating a further crap storm of the situation. And I'm gonna start off by saying, honestly, I'm not even upset. After seeing Armand's or bits and pieces of his emotional response, it's very hard for me to even be upset with him, because it just came off very childlike. And from where I sit, it literally would be the equivalent of me being upset with one of my nephews. You know what I'm saying? It's to be quite honest, and even to this point, I am still a supporter of Armand. I can't even bring myself to be mad or bothered by the situation. I'm if anything, I'm just highly disappointed because I'm shaking my head and I'm like, the very thing that I was trying to give you some constructive criticism on was the very thing that you exemplified. You just had an all out fit. And here's the thing: I'm not telling anybody that they don't have the right to be upset, or they don't have the right to be mad, or they don't have the right to feel any type of way, because he does. But it what I saw in a part of his response was somebody who was hurting. What I think is unfortunate is you have two people, myself and Carlos King, who have the ability to garner a lot of attention in the urban pop culture space. And there are a lot of eyeballs on that interview, and the subject that is TGIF, by both fans, networks, and producers. And I just find it unfortunate that you could not find it somewhere in yourself to hold it together and present yourself slightly better than that with all these people that are watching and that want the tea and that want the salaciousness. And you played right into it and totally, totally exemplified what I said, which was a lack of maturity. And, while I did not mean to hurt your feelings or hurl it as an insult, and I didn't think you take it that way, you know, I further support what I said. It's a complete lack of maturity. Armand, I was very kind and gracious in my words about you and your talent. I actually think fairly highly of what it is that you do. Here is what I know. I don't know the ins and outs of what was going on over there after I left. I don't. I don't know what all you are experiencing. I don't. You and a lot of other people are absolutely right. The only information that I am and was receiving was from Al. Claudia and I are not in relationship, and I did not talk to any other producers after I left the show. So there is a world where my perspective on things can be a bit askew. However, coupled with what I experienced while I was there, while it may be one-sided, I highly doubt that I highly doubt that it's so one-sided to the point where my assessment of it still was unfair. Um, a hardcore fact, regardless of how the roast came about, there was a roast that took place, and then the show never came back. There was a roast that took place, and the show never came back. So it is reasonable for one to conclude that the roast was a contributing factor in the show not coming back. That's an irrefutable fact. There was a roast, and then the show never came back, unless I'm missing something. I did not watch Armand's video. I got a couple bits and pieces from friends. Me personally, I don't torture myself by sitting back and watching things where people are just going in on me. But my friend did send me a clip at the end where Armand was crying, and he was saying that nobody knows what he was going through and that he was catching it on all ends or both ends or something to that effect. And I 100% agree with him. And the position that you found yourself in, Armand, was the very position I was trying to prevent you from being in. Hence why I gave you all the information that you needed to navigate that space. See, the unfortunate thing is, you've got one person who has made it their life's mission to be in all the comments, responding to all the blogs, doing all the interviews, the first person to break the news that the show was canceled before the show was even officially canceled. The only person doing all the talking, you notice everybody else is quiet, and thus that's the person driving the narrative. You got swept up in some games that were being played before you entered the scene, and you made the choice to align yourself with the very side, and I'm going to reveal some stuff here. You chose to align yourself with the very person when you were auditioning who went to the execs and said, he does not like women. I feel threatened when working with this person. This person is not a good fit. And whether you know it or not, and despite how you may feel about Al at this point in time, it was Al who stood up for you and said, you know what? I have to draw the line here. It's one thing if you don't want to work with him. That's one thing. It's another thing for you to ruin his name with the whole Fox organization. Okay? Once that was revealed to me, that is when I started working on your behalf in the background. That's when I began texting Joyce saying, Joyce, y'all would be a doggone fool not to hire Armon. Y'all would be a fool. He's the only one that can do it. Then, if you notice, when I posted that post on my Instagram and I said, Armon did so good, y'all. It's nobody else that can take my spot except Armon. That was all intentional, Armon. That was all intentional. That was me and Al working in the background to get you the job because she was working so hard for you not to get it. The PTSD from me being there, you even told me that she called you and said, don't think because you got a YouTube page and you got a YouTube following that means anything over here. The same one who said you were talking too much, that you need to dial it back, that you needed to fall back. You can take what I gave you, you can take it any way you want to take it. Based on the experience that I had there, I felt like I was doing you a service, not a disservice, by disclosing everything that I experienced when I was working there. You know, unfortunately, somehow or another, you were able to get swept up in a game that was much bigger than you. And honestly and truthfully, I felt like I prepped you good enough for you not to have got swept up in that. And I think what I see in you is also what I see in a lot of younger gays, is that they cling to these women thinking that these women gonna take them somewhere. And honestly and truthfully, you got swept up in her game, and collectively that game caused that show to get canceled. Again, everybody wants me to speak on Al and condemn Al and all these different things. Listen, I am pretty sure that there is enough blame to go around. The stuff that is being said about Al, simply, I was not there. Okay. I wasn't there. I was not there. So whatever it is he's talking about between the time that he was there, I don't know anything of that. When I was there, Al by himself was not the problem. All right. There was enough blame to be spread amongst everybody, if we're being honest. But when I was there, Al by himself was not the problem. Again, what transpired between January and that time that show got canceled with Al, I do not know. So I cannot speak on it. But I just find it unfortunate that even in me giving you some, what I felt to be constructive criticism, Armon, that you still found a way to uphold the very thing that I said what was holding you back. I hate that you went out like that. I really do. Because at the end of the day, while you were upset and you have the right to be upset, and you endured your own set of whatever you endured, and I give you credit, you did walk into the middle of a shit storm armed with enough information. I honestly wish you would have just remained neutral and stayed out of it. That really would have been the best course of action, because you came into the situation in the middle of the story. And there is 2 years and a half, almost 3 years of story that happened before you got there. And that's what I was trying to give you, Armon. And the very thing that I was trying to prevent by giving you the information is the very thing that you fell victim to. And I still think, based on your response, you don't even see how you got played in all of this. I can't even be mad with you because you are a victim. I have to give you that. You are legitimately a victim in this situation. You got played in one of the worst ways. You did. And unfortunately, in getting swept up in a game that you did not understand, I guess the fair thing to say is that all three of y'all collectively got that show canceled. Nevertheless, Armon, as far as I'm concerned, I see you're hurt. I hate that you're hurt. If my words caused you any duress and or stress, I sincerely apologize. That was not my intent. I really was trying to big you up and give you a bit of constructive criticism on the side. You didn't take it that way. But me being just a little older and a bit more mature about it, this is not one of those situations where I'm going to take back what I said, because what I said was said from a place of love, and it was said to only benefit you. And now I'm going to have to actually double down on it, dog. There is a maturity piece, Armon, that's missing, man. And I'm saying this with so much love. It was missing with that rant, and it was missing with your response to me. Yeah, you got one off. You got one off. You did. You read me for filth. Yada, yada. You feel good? I hope you do. But you're not going to get nothing for it. That's the thing. And like, people are watching. So now he's volatile. He's going to be uneasy to work with. Whenever we hire him, he's going to go off of the deep end. And that's why I'm extending grace, compassion, empathy, and sympathy for you. Like, dog, you got to step that maturity piece up, Armon. Say it with love. Now, you can read me for filth again. You cannot heed to it. But I promise you, there's no ill intent. I've been there. I remember the way I showed my ass when I went through that Michelle Brown situation. I remember Demetria Lucas calling me, texting me, saying, Funky Dineva, I am in a lot of journalism circles right now, and you need to take that down. This looks very bad. Everybody is talking about you. You look very volatile. I remember my agent calling me saying, what are you doing? I remember the doors that got closed in my face because I behaved that way. Because you are another Black gay man in this space that is being recognized, I was trying to help you. And I won't apologize for that. I was trying to help you. And I'm still trying to help you. Like I said, I'm not mad. You can pick up the phone today, tomorrow, and call me. And I promise you, we can talk about it and go get a drink. Black man, I want you to know, I see your hurt. I'm sorry for anything that I may have contributed to that hurt, but my intentions were pure. And I hope that we can get past this. Because like I said, I don't feel no ways tired about it. I'm not bothered. It didn't move me none. I get it. And I just wish things hadn't been the way it was. With that being said, That's all I got left on it, y'all. That really is all I got left.